Okay, good morning. Before we start our any activity, we will invoke first the presence of our Almighty, and may I request everybody to stand for a prayer to be led by Sir Oka, Engineer Oka, please.
Okay, let us pray. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most compassionate, the most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not of those who have incurred your anger, nor of those you have gone astray. Amen.
Secretariat and DPWH, and also the participating leaders online and outside, please.
Yes. Good morning, Madam Chair. Today we will have opening of bid for 24 GKG 0013, purchase of fuel for use in motor vehicles of DPWH Lanao del Norte 1st District Engineering Office. I will now call the roll of back members to determine the quorum. We have our back chairperson, Engineer Marielisa E. Pumikpik. Back vice chairperson, Mr. Mukamadali P. Pundugar. Back regular member, Efren A. Tulod. Back regular member, Naida B. Sata. Back member, Eleanor F. Cabaluna. We have 5 out of 6 who are present, Madam Chair, and we have wala de. Sorry. Back regular member, Farida O. Manan. We have 6 out of 6 who are present, Madam Chair, and we have a quorum.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Karen. By the virtue vested in me as the chairperson of this committee, since we are in quorum, I now declare this committee in session. Please proceed, Ma'am Secretary.
For TWG who are present, we have the TWG Head, Engineer Sukarno M. Hajinor. Other TWG members, Engineer Paul Opena, Engineer Ivan C. Sinahon, Engineer Rachid J. Mudag Jr., Engineer Muhammad Ali Mala, Engineer Sherin Eve L. Maagad, Mr. Atilano Gahi, Engineer Abdul Gafar Pandapatan, Engineer Juris S. Quadrillero, Engineer Fairosa Tabuakar, Engineer Ernesto Rowell Chu III, Engineer Mara Montejo. For back secretariat, we have myself as the head of secretariat, Karen Reyes. Other secretariat members, Architect Aisel Velarde, Engineer Muhammad Samin A. Mindalano, Mr. Julito T. Magno, Ms. Nora Anoos, Mr. Rani C. Hardinaso, Ms. Siti Dimaporo, Ms. Salma B. Amer, Engineer Ibrahim Makadindang, Mr. Jaime R. Mishona. For contractor suppliers representative from PJP Fuel and Services. There is no name. That's all, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Karen. So the next order of business is the opening of bids for ID number 24 JKJ 013. Sorry, I forgot again. So may I request again the Secretariat to read the minutes of the previous meeting?
May
Thank you.
I ask to be recognized Architect Isel Villarde, who is a member of the Secretariat.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning, everybody. For the reading of the previous minutes, it is the pre-bid conference for the 24 GKG 0013 dated last October 24, 2024, started at 2:12 p.m. For call to order and an introduction, Back Chairman Engineer Maria Lisa Pumikpik presided and called the meeting to order for the pre-bid conference for 24 GKG 0013 at the conference room, second floor, DPWH Lanao del Norte, 1st District Engineering Office. For the basic presentation of the project, the brief presentation for the contract data was made by Back Secretariat member Mr. Hardy Naso. The 24 GKG 0013 is purchase of fuel for used motor vehicle of DPWH Lanao del Norte 1st District Engineering Office with the purchase of fuel and gasoline with an approved budget of contract of 831,312 pesos and 50 centavos. Then after that, Back chairman asked if there had any questions, but no one raised a concern. For the adjournment, there had been no other remaining topics for discussion. Back chairman made the motion for the adjournment, and the motion was also seconded by back members. Back chairman then declared the adjournment of the conference at 2:24 p.m. So that is it for the minutes of the previous meeting, Madam Chair.
Okay. Are there any correction or omission of the minutes just read? Members? There being none? Okay, so it will stand approved. So the next order of business is the opening of bids for 24 JKJ 0013. May I request Engineer Jesbrel for the reading and Engineer Tolod for the checklist. Thank you.
For the technical component of GYP Fuel Trading and Services. GYP. PhilJeps. Tax Clearance Certificate. Cover sheet, company registration and monitoring department. ITR. List of all ongoing government and private contracts. SLCC. NFCC, technical specifications, schedule of requirements, bid securing declaration, signed and notarized, omnibus sworn statement, signed and notarized, na, pass. For the financial component, bid form, signed, with items and description, with a bid amount of 829,817 pesos. 829,817 pesos. Mm, average. No discount offered. That's all for 24 GKG 0013. Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Jess. So the result of this bid will be subject for bid evaluation and post-qualification. So we have no other bids to open for today. So now I will go on. What's the pleasure of the members? So we will close first the bid opening. Yes, it has been moved and seconded. So the bid opening this morning is hereby adjourned. So now we will proceed to the pre-bid conference of our civil works. So are the members amenable that we will proceed now for the pre-bid conference of civil works? Okay, so we will proceed. May I request the planning to present their project for subject for pre-bid conference this morning. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair. Once again, good morning, everyone. For information, this proposed contract procurement or project to be procured was released under CY 2024 DepEd Basic Education Facility Fund or BEFF and based on RA 11975 or GAA FY 2024. I think we have two projects. These are the school buildings. So, Madam Chair, with your permission, may we request Engineer Angeli Liao to present to us an overview and details of the project to be procured.
Okay,
Thank
please,
you.
Engineer Angela, please proceed.
Thank you, ma'am. Let us begin with contract ID 24KG0049. With contract title, construction of one-story, three-classroom school building in Matungao, National High School, Barangay Puntod, Matungao, Lanao del Norte. This is the location map i- in Matungao, Lanao del Norte, and the geotag picture taken during the site validation. For the project description, we have construction of one-story, three-classroom school building. Finished floor line elevation is 0.3 meters from natural grade level. Floor area of 256.5 square meters. And a total of 137 calendar days project duration and one school building physical target. The description of works to be done are the facilities for the engineer, other general requirements, earthworks, reinforced concrete works, finishing and other civil works. We also have electrical and mechanical works. These are the minimum equipment requirement. The ABC or the approved budget for the contract is 9,950,000 pesos. Next is contract ID 24KG0050 with contract title Construction of One-Story, Three-Classroom School Building in Baloi National High School, Barangay Maria Cristina, Baloi, Lanao del Norte. This is the location map and the picture taken during the site validation. For the project description, we have a construction of one-story, three-classroom school building. Finished floor line elevation is 0.30 meters from natural ground level. Floor area of 256.5 square meters. Total project duration is 137 calendar days and one building physical target. The description of works to be done are the facilities for the engineer, other general requirements, earthworks, reinforced concrete works, and finishing and other civil works. We also have electrical and mechanical works. These are the minimum equipment requirement. The approved budget for the contract is 9,950,000 pesos. Reminders for the interested contractors. The contractor must observe the following in the bidding documents: pagination, side tabbing, arranged and labeled according to checklist, and table of contents that will harmonize the pagination and side tabbing. These are the checklists for the preliminary examination of technical component of the bid and the preliminary examination for the financial component of the bid. And if you have concerns or queries, you may visit the back office. That would be all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Engineer Angela.
Okay, Madam Chair, in addition, just friendly reminders to our prospective and interested bidders for please revisit our website for a possible bid bulletin, and for our schedule for site visit, we already posted our schedule in our office. So in addition, Madam Chair, this is a modified projects under sa DepEd. So short of award lang until approval of our modification. I think that's all, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. So, I just have one issue to be addressed on the replacement. I just want to remind you the replacement of the item replacement for remove trees, whatever, but we have to comply with that. So, item 611, if you forgot.
Noted, Madam Chair.
Do we have other concern? What about the Do we have contractors listening now? Do you have any concern about the project recent just discussed? Ma'am Karen, we have contractor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Planning, you have to address the query here.
Yes, yes, sir. We include the basic requirements for our facility supervisor. That's include our table, mono, black chair. I specify na, Mr. Chair, Mr. Vice. If it is a usable pa, let's say a consumable and perishable, Mr. Vice, if makaya, pwede pa, pwede na ito ibalik. Thank you. Marius.
Oh, sorry. The tax clearance. We know nga we have tax clearance during a bidding, which is a requirement for the contractors, for us, for our checklist. But there is another tax clearance needed for final billing. So yes, that's the request now of the RDO Iligan, that we need to require our contractors during their final billing the another tax clearance. Yeah. RDO Iligan is under the regional office, Region 10. So, ang ihang covered is Hinguog, Cagayan de Oro, Marawi, Iligan, and basta 5. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir, I have raised there because we have a documentary tracking system, the Department Order 11, if I'm not mistaken. So, akong gi-raise dito nga, we have a checklist for final billing, and that exclude the tax clearance for the contractors. So, but they need our help daw to raise their target. They have also a target. So, they need these contractors to present the tax clearance for final billing. So, I raised also that how fast could they provide us the tax clearance, considering that we are also uh, running for our DR, which is in the end of the month. We have to comply our targets also. So they said that only one day, they can issue the tax clearance. Pero mind you, nga the tax clearance will emanate from their RDO Iligan, then for the regional director of BIR to approve. Oh, so that will take time. So at least we have the contractors listening now, since our RDO Iligan is requesting our office and our DEs besides sa katong mga ato ang mga apprehension nga it's not included sa ato ang checklist, but for the purpose of helping one and other agencies, so the 3D is approved na i-include. Okay.
Madam Chair, just point of order lang, as far as back is concerned or DPWH is concerned, we have section 23 of 9184. This is eligibility requirements for the procurement of goods and infra projects. Under section 23, paragraph, this already include in our class A documents, where in fact, this is a form part of our checklist. Under paragraph I, tax clearance per executive order 398 of 2025 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. So we already required them as form parts ato ang check. And in fact, we will have a POSQUA if they have that. Then just a clarification lang, Madam Chair. I just want to, for the record, na what specific tax clearance they were required. As far as ato is na nasa checklist, subject for POSQUA. Then morning form na comply nila. So just clarification lang kung
Yes.
specific.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, Engineer Efren. Yes, as they said, the RDO Iligan said, the manager ba to, nga there are two kinds of tax clearance, they said. Nga this is for the bidding purposes and for the final billing to be attached. Kay there were times daw na during the bidding they have issued, okay, but within the period before the final billing there are already transactions that were being made by the contractors. That's the time nga they can they need to produce the tax clearance.
So clarification,
Another tax clearance
yes.
beside aside from the koan.
As far as ako nabalaan is annual mo na siya, di ba? Tax clearance, then basig, I just clarification lang kung masing ma-redundant na siya ang requirements ba. Just a clarification lang, queries lang sa BIA. Kung is that so sa back lang, nag-require na to sila. So I think just for implementation na siya. With fact, ato pa ipuskwa for verification. So for
I just-
implementation na siya, tingali,
Yes.
Madam Chair. Okay,
I
thank you.
just discussed it here now for the information of the listening contractors that we will be having a new checklist, additional checklist for the final billing during the implementation. At least they have known now that there's a plan to have an additional requirements. No, as they have said, two kinds of tax clearance daw na, for the bidding purposes and for the final billing.
Enlighten me.
We'll just update them, Madam Chair.
Anyway, the meeting now is still ongoing in the second district. Maybe you could attend there, sir, if you can make up. If they have not yet, come on. Sige. So, Miss Karen, do you have any concern? Okay. Yes. Anyway, just for the information, I just they have already the meeting was already adjourned. Anyway, it's just an information of the body. That's what had transpired during the meeting I attended there in the second district. So uh, we are done with our pre-bid conference. Is there no other concern? Uh, Members? Engineer
Madam
Efren.
Chair, if there will no further queries, announcement, I move to adjourn our pre-bid conference, Madam Chair.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded, so the pre-bid conference is adjourned. So other